to kind of focus on it and get the point is to take an example. Of course, in the example, you have to kind of strip the example of its tangibility, of its gashmis, but we have the ability, we have discussed it many times. So we say, as I said, I think I mentioned yesterday, a home your home. There are many different levels we can talk about it, but if we speak about it, even if you speak about it on a human level, it's your home, not the Empire State Building. It's your home. The minute you step into this home, you fill every corner of this home. And it suits you in every which way. In this Indian that it suits you in every which way, there are two distinct levels. The principle of the Gemara says, Odom shein Beis ein Odom. It makes you into a human being. This is what's called, this is a nakuda. This is a home. What is it? It's nothing. It gives you, it reflects the reality of your being. This is in one point. And in this respect, every corner of the home, it's the entire home. It's not what the home consists in. It is the fact that this is a home. Automatically, you're present everywhere. Again, the word present everywhere is not a chokhmah concept. It's already a further development. The point is that if you're home with the Empire State Building, you would not automatically be present everywhere. Is that the point? You're automatically present everywhere, not because you own it. It's a completely different concept. Because this is you, this is your home. And why does it become you? Because you and home are one and the same thing. That chokhmah, Odom shein Beis ein Odom. Then, going further into involvement, into grasping, what have I now recognized? I have recognized that every square inch of this home is part of this one whole. And wherever you trod in this home, you're treading on this person. Like we say all the time, you can't move in and say, I'm not bothering you. Of course you're bothering me. Whom are you bothering? The essence of the human being. The essence of the human being, he experiences the home. On the essential level, on chokhmah level, yes, he does. That's not an experience. How does he manifest that this is his home? This is what we said the other day. Take it further. Oh, he furnishes it. The furnishings is actually a direct derivative of the home, but it's something which comes after. This is the midas. This comes after that you fully experience this, which is the bina element.
So the point that you're making about bina is that Chochmah just says that he is the home is him, and bina says that every place that you go to in the home is him.
Right. which is identical to saying that Hom is him. But this is on the Bina level, the same meaning of Chochmah on the Bina level. See, this is the point. Bina doesn't. Bina is not less true than Chochmah. This is the phenomenon of Bina. And Bina further reveals the principle that we said, this is his home. Without Chochmah, you can't know clearly that it's because his home, but because he owns it. He paid money for it, so it's his.
I don't understand that piece right there. This is interesting. Inside Chochmah, you cannot tell.
Inside Chochmah, you cannot tell that the Empire State Building is not good enough.
Well, I would think that because it's not lefi erech, the person's etzem, the Chochmah does not fill it. It does not. It's not.
It's at Chochmah. This does not. This Indian, that this is his home. This is where the midah should be. Chochmah, you own it. It's yours. You can go every place you want. But we say, yes, I own it, but it's not a home. A home is a very personal thing. It's a midah cell. It's a midah should be safe.
It's not ownership. He is everywhere.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's not.
This is not. This is not really him. Odom Shein Lebayis any Odom, as we explained all the time. But in fact, this is like the midah should be safe. Because this says you are here for a certain purpose. You have to affect the world. That's midas. But this midas is your reality. This is what Hashem defined you. This is Hashem. That's why Hashem created you. So any Yodom, but this is where the midas are. If you focus into it, you'll reveal the midas. We said without Chochmah, you will not necessarily sense this thing. And so to speak, the smart aleck will say, yeah, give me the Empire State Building. So I'll live in a little corner of it. I'll be okay. Because in Chochmah you don't sense the midas element. Your own reality. You live in a little corner in your own home, that's your home. You follow?
I follow. I'm just not exactly sure how it translates into the initial, I guess, here when we're talking about an Indian Sikhli. How I understand the idea that you're saying now about how the
okay,
experience of the house.
Stop for a second. We're mentioning all the time. Seichel is a gilui hanefesh. Nefesh is real. It's not theoretical. Nefesh is where you recognize to the fullest extent that there is Melech Chai V'Kaim Shezat B'Nishmos, and there is a Motzei Rishim Mamtzei Kol Nimtzu. Shezat B'Nishmos, this is a very way of putting it. But Mitzad Nefesh goes together.
So Mitzad Chochmah, what would you, in terms of the Sikhli, Mitzad Chochmah, what's lacking?
It's not lacking. What is not obvious? That's what you mean to say. What's not obvious is your presence in it. Like I said, it has to be your home. Why not? Because I own it. How do you acquire a home? By claiming this is my home or signing the bottom line?
How do you own it?
Yeah. How do we acquire a home? Api halacha. You break something, you fix something. You lock it, you open it. Yesterday, I was discussing with one member of our group who is apparently working very hard to break through that which he was so to speak infested with, and at one point I'm trying to get him to recognize is the principle that we're learning here, moker. There's no reality without a moker. Like we said, there is a moker and ponder. That which provides for everything else. If there's no moker and ponder, there is nothing there. Oh, that's my... Oh, it's time to go. Sorry, thank you. One more. Because the world, that's why I say the world has accepted an idiotic approach. What's an idiotic approach? It's here, and therefore it's here. What is the intelligent approach or the human approach? It's here. How come it's here? Who brought it here? This is what gives it its impetus to go on and develop. No, it's here because it's here. Therefore it's here. And therefore it has an inside, some kind of a DNA that makes it a persistent being. That's why it's idiotic. If we see a person, one time someone who is ill, and is fighting his illness, is it his body fighting his illness or his nefesh fighting his illness? What's fighting his illness? Who wants to become well? The body or the nefesh or the chayes? So, in Chochmah and Bina, the principle that this has a mocker, that there's a reality to it, prior to its being a mitzias, is part and parcel of the mitzias itself. Difference is only that Chochmah is focused on the, like you said, on where it's coming from, and Bina is focused on what is there. But there is no there without the source. This is the greatness of Bina. It brings Elokus into the world. If Bina were taken, oh, it's there. You have nothing. 1 and 1 is 2 ones. You got nothing there. This is the danger. If you're so used to saying, oh, I grasp it. You grasp it and you're left up with nothing. This is what we say, you cannot separate one from the other. Why not? I have a full grasp of what Chochmah told me. It's like the host and the guest. The guest takes the food and walks home. There's nothing there. This is why Bina brings out the Nidos. Because it brings out, actually it says, that the root of the Bina in the Nefesh is deeper than Chochmah. Chochmah is only an observer of the Nefesh. Bina represents the reality of the Nefesh itself. That's why it comes into Nidos. The Oinag V'Rotzen.
I still don't quite understand though, because we're saying on the one hand we're saying Bina is not creating anything of its own. It's only revealing that which essentially was in Chochmah, but from the perspective of the Nefesh. And at the same time we're saying, but Bina is revealing, for lack of a better word, the edges of the concept that can be grasped. So where are they coming from?
No. Because I mentioned the edges. No. Okay. Here's what it is. To put it, I'll give a very simple illustration. Okay. If Chochmah is space, which have to be, probably answered by that. Chochmah is space. Space has no demarcation.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's infinite. And in Bina you say, okay, it's huge, but can you identify 2 points in the space? Yes, I could. When you identify 2 points, are you grasping space? But you're identifying two points. And now what I'm saying to you, this is the union of space. Space, once it's in space, once it's a shetach, it's a mitzias, even it's a mitzias of Chochmah. There's a mitzias there, and you can identify 2 points. And the identification of 2 points makes it that you can contemplate walking from one point to the other point. But you have not grasped the total space.
You never come up with the edges of Chochmah.
There's no edges. If you make edges, you will divorce yourself from the Chochmah. You have nothing.
But yet you can identify what's in Chochmah.
That's what you identify. Oh, exactly right. Because ultimately, Chochmah comes from a reality. Chochmah is not just an imagination. And therefore, you can relate to the reality that Chochmah reveals. And this is the great thing of Bina. Because the way we understand it, it's no big deal. This is how Bina can create Midas. Because Bina brings the reality of the Nefesh down. Not a concept, the edges of Chochmah. cannot go away without anything. We will start. We will go into the line that begins ahavah veyirah. The line above it is be ahavah veyirah, and this line is ahavah veyirah. At the end of that line, v'lochein bebino, because that in bino there is the hasaga. In other words, you have you recognize the metzius of it, the hasaga. Yesh hiskalos amidis. This is why in bino there is hiskalos amidis. There is the incorporation of midas. What does midas mean? Midas means measurements. An example of measurements, chesed and gvura. Now, what are they measuring? What is chesed and gvura measuring? Why is it called a midah? It's an attribute. It's a kind of, you like it, you don't like it. What is the midah element? What is it measuring? It's taking the infinity of the chokhmah and it brings it down and says and it measures it up and says, okay, that says it should be have chesed, that says it should have gvur, and they're interchangeable.
What's interchangeable? Chesed and gvura?
Yes, the midas. Yes, it could be chesed, it could be gvura, depending what your meaning is, depending how you see the seichel, what you see in the seichel.
So what's the measurement aspect?
The measurement is how you measure this seichel. This is mine. What does that mean?
It can mean a lot of things.
It can mean it's mine and not yours. Or it can mean it's mine to give to you.
Those two would be different measurements.
It's right. Mine and not yours is a completely different concept than mine to give to you. Or to do anything I want with it in a good and positive way. All right, this is it for this morning.